With Arsenal's players on international duties, things are happening. From Oleksandr Zinchenko shining in a new role to Tomiyasu's masterclass. Today we'll analyse all of the Arsenal performances. We'll also find out a new detail about Kai Havertz, reveal what Declan Rice has said about Mikel Arteta, and discuss Arsenal's next step for the return. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Bass14. Welcome back to your boys channel, and I hope you guys are doing sensational. Yes, the international break is boring, but Arsenal will be soon back. So as per, smash a like on the video if you enjoy, subscribe to your boys channel if you are new, and help your boy as we are trying to reach 200,000 subscribers. But starting off with Arsenal's new deal. Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard has been busy, starting for Norway as they beat Jordan 6-0. 62 minutes played with 48 touches, 27 accurate passes and 4 key passes. Arsenal have been working behind the scenes. As Fabrizio Romano confirms, Arsenal are planning to continue talks with Martin Odegaard over a new long-term deal in the next weeks and months. Discussions are ongoing. Odegaard could be the next top player to sign a new deal after Saliba, Gabriel, Saka, Ramsdale, Martinelli and Nelson. Out of contract in 2025, Odegaard currently earns just over £100,000 a week. Below the likes of Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka, that's where Arsenal understand the captain deserves more. Have a look at his creativity numbers from last season. 3rd from chances created from open play, 6th in terms of expected assist, 1st in terms of final third passes completed, and 3rd in terms of through balls. Then you have the other aspects. Odegaard has taken his goal scoring game to a new level. 15 non-penalty goals, the most by a midfielder, equaling a record of Kevin De Bruyne. The scary thing is he's still only 24 years of age. As Fabrizio Romano says, Odegaard is in love with Arsenal and Arsenal are in love with Odegaard, so the feeling is mutual that they will continue together for a long time. Arsenal are very optimistic about a new positive outcome of this story, with the Norwegian likely to sign a new long-term deal with an improved salary. We're just waiting for the negotiations to continue in the next weeks and months. This goes alongside the Arsenal strategy, a new era of being proactive. With 2 years left on his contract, Arsenal understand the importance of Odegaard, with rumours of PSG in the summer. According to Fabrizio Romano, in terms of other clubs potentially monitoring the Odegaard situation, Odegaard is very happy at Arsenal. He is already playing at one of the biggest clubs in the world, so there's no reason to change. Arsenal have changed the game for Martin Odegaard. At Real Madrid, he was seen as somewhat of a failed wonder kid. But Mikel Arteta saw potential, a hard-working player willing to learn, turning Odegaard into a Ballon d'Or nominee. The whole of Europe will be watching. If you are a young player not getting a chance, and Arsenal come calling, Martin Odegaard is the prime example of what Mikel Arteta can do to you. Then you have some confirmed news. Arsenal announced all the very best for the future to Marcelo Flores, who has completed a permanent transfer away to Club Tigres. The player has given his farewell message. To one of the best teams in Europe and the best team in the Premier League, thank you. I wish you all the very best. I know this club will always have a special place in my heart. Flores isn't the only academy departure. Arsenal have also announced a permanent departure for youngster Tim Akinola. Mr. Here We Go has spoken. Fabrizio says the Qatari side Al Bida are set to unveil Tim Akinola as a new signing from Arsenal on a permanent deal. Akinola has already signed a 3-year contract with the club after Arsenal gave the green light earlier this week. 22 years of age and Nigerian born, having signed for Arsenal in 2020. A loan spell last year at Chesterfield where he played over 30 appearances, helping them get to the National League playoff final. But at Arsenal, things are changing. The standards are getting higher and higher. With the quality Arsenal have in central midfield, to break into the first team you have to be something special. But that's where you have to ask the question. With the likes of Charlie Patino, Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly, how do Arsenal get them into the first team? The answer for me is simple. As Arsenal become more and more competitive, the amount of games we'll have will increase. That's where Mikel Arteta needs to be brave. It can't always be safe and experienced. Then you also have the Champions League. Arsenal have announced their official squad for the group stage. The goalkeepers of Aaron Ramsdale, David Raya and James Hilson. Defenders of Cedric Suarez, Lino Sosa, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, White, Gabriel, Kivior and Saliba. Midfielders of Oneni, Jorginho, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, Vieira and Smith-Rowe. With Trossard, Saka, Martinelli, Nelson and Nketiah and Jesus the forwards. There are some surprise names there. There was of course no Urian Timber, currently out with a long-term injury. He can be added in January, should Arsenal make it through to the knockout stages. But I want to talk about a specific youngster. We are talking Lino Sosa, a young left back in the making at 18 years of age. Portuguese born by English youth international, Sosa has all of the fundamentals, able to play as the inverted fullback with fantastic passing range, as well as the athletic power to burst forwards and provide an overlap. And there could be a first team opportunity. With no Urian Timber and no Kieran Tierney, Zinchenko is our only natural left back. But what about a new defensive signing? Let's talk about Sporting Lisbon's Ousmane Diomande. According to reports in Portugal, Arsenal remain interested in Ousmane Diomande and have promised to return next summer. Sporting rejected a €35 million offer from Arsenal. The Lions are preparing a salary increase for Diomande and remind interested clubs that his release clause is set at €80 million. 19 years of age and Ivory Coast international, Diomande has massive potential. Having signed for Sporting back in January 2023, he became a starter straight away. The ball playing ability was there to be seen. 61 passes per game at a 91% accuracy, as well as 3 accurate long balls. This year he has started in fantastic form, with an overall average of a 7.28 rating, winning nearly 70% of his ground duels. This guy's profile stands out straight away. A look into his heat map shows Diomande is comfortable playing on the right hand side, and that's where you've got to look at Ben White, a very unique player able to play as a centre back and a right back. There are very few players of that profile on the market. Diomande is one of those very few. So decisive in his actions. This guy plays with authority. Arteta is trying to build a team of defensive monsters to give Arsenal a platform, allowing us to throw 6 men forwards. The prospect of a Diomande alongside a William Saliba fighting against the likes of Ben White, Arsenal would have elite defensive competition. Cover for William Saliba and Ben White. Diomande would cover all the bases. The future of Nicola Pepe has also been confirmed. Here he is alongside the fans of Trabzonspor, jumping up and down with smiles on his face. He may not be an Arsenal player anymore, but it's things that you love to see. Moving on to Arsenal's international stars. Zinchenko versus Bukayo Saka, Arsenal players going head to head, as Ukraine drew England 1-1, with Zinchenko even scoring a goal. His celebration was fantastic, running straight over to the cameras with a heart sign, a goal dedicated to his daughter. Here he was after the game alongside Real Madrid star Jude Bellingham. This was an outstanding performance. A 7.2 overall rating in 76 minutes, 1 goal scored, 41 touches, 29 accurate passes, 1 key pass. Have a look at this guy's heat map. Playing in central midfield on the left hand side, there are now fans starting to believe could Zinchenko be a surprise solution for the Arsenal central midfield, moving him further forwards with the potential of a left-sided number 8. It's very important that fans understand Zinchenko already essentially plays in midfield. Take for example the heat map of his last Arsenal game, forming a double pivot alongside Declan Rice. The key part here is all about his strengths. Zinchenko is elite at ball progression. That's why Mikel Arteta keeps him deeper, instead of pushing him forwards. You also had starts of Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice, but where exactly was Eddie Nketiah? Before the game he was seen training, also seen a part of the winning England team, alongside Aaron Ramsdale, but left out of the entire matchday squad. This is where you have to question Gareth Southgate. What's the whole point of calling a player up if you're not even going to use him? Now we've got to talk about Leandro Trossard, starting for Belgium as they beat Azerbaijan 1-0, a 7.4 overall rating. In 79 minutes, it was 49 touches, 23 accurate passes, 2 key passes, 3 out of 3 dribbles, 1 time hitting the woodwork, and 6 ground duels won. Trossard was playing as a left-sided number 8. A reminder of his technical ability. Trossard thrives in tight spaces, able to find the right angles and make things happen. For me, he is one of Arsenal's most underrated players. Only 1 start so far this season. Trossard is a very versatile player. But comment down below, what do you think is his best Arsenal position? We've also got news on Gabriel Magalhaes, who made his first ever Brazil appearance as they beat Bolivia 5-1, starting alongside Marquinhos. A fantastic performance of a 7.4 rating, but taken off in the 84th minute via an injury. As Charles Watt confirms, since then Gabriel has taken part in Brazil training, and reports out of the Brazil national team camp suggest that the scans on the thigh problem they suffered against Bolivia show no signs of an injury, and he's expected to start once again against Peru on Tuesday. 2 starts in 2 games is going to be massive. Gabriel understands the importance of playing for his country. With a brand new Brazil manager, this is his prime opportunity to take his place. For Arsenal, it makes things even better. They will get a more confident Gabriel. Then you had a Takehiro Tomiyasu masterclass. Up against Germany and Kai Havertz, Japan won 4-1. With former Arsenal forward Takuma Asano also on the score sheet, Tomiyasu was different gravy. A 7.0 overall rating, 90 minutes played, it was 6 clearances, 1 block shot, 3 interceptions, 1 tackle, as well as 42 accurate passes and 6 accurate long balls. The key part here was the position. Tomiyasu was starting as a left-sided centre-back, something that he's done time and time again for Japan. Mikel Arteta needs to be taken note. Using Tomiyasu more as a fullback, I believe his long-term future is more centrally, especially in terms of physically. We've seen Tomiyasu get injured time and time again, because playing out wide is very physically demanding. Moving him centrally could address that problem, leaving Tomiyasu less exposed, while also maximising his strengths. 6'3" tall and comfortable on both feet, providing support for Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba. Mikel Arteta could have a new defensive solution. But then we have to talk about Kai Havertz. On the losing side of a 4-1 defeat, It was a 6.7 rating, with 1 dribble all game, 21 passes and 1 key pass. After the game he was given a 6 by Bild. To put that into context in Germany, 6 is the worst rating and 1 is the best. Since that game Germany have sacked the manager no more Hansi Flick. Things are going against Kai Havertz. He is in desperate need of a goal. A massive reason behind the pressure on Kai Havertz has been the price tag. £65 million, Mikel Arteta's second most expensive signing. Reports had claimed that he was earning over £200,000 a week, but as a reliable team losing ticks reveals, Kai Havertz's widely reported wages aren't accurate. Arsenal understand that this was a massive risk. They had taken Havertz at his absolute low, with his confidence drained at Chelsea, with Arteta urging the fans to support him. What he sees is a vision. Kai Havertz at his best is a goal-scoring outlet, confident and instinctive. Right now he doesn't have momentum. As journalist Julien Laurent says, I think he needs more time. It may not look like much, but he has played with 4 different left backs so far this season. Zinchenko, Tomiyasu and Timber playing there. Arteta is convinced that he has enough time to get used to that number 8 position. He's good in training. In games he lacks a lot, but Arteta is happy with him and he brings a lot of balance to this team. I think he will come good. There is no denying the pressure is certainly on. Most importantly from the owners, having backed Mikel Arteta massively once again. Havertz is going to be defining for Arteta. As he has said earlier in the season, this is a huge honour. Arsenal is one of the biggest clubs in the world. We need to be competing for top trophies in the game, and that's been made very clear to me in discussions with Stan and Josh Kroenke and the senior people from the club. Having spent over £200 million, the owners have a clear ambition. They want Arsenal to win a Premier League title. They've given Arteta the tools. Now it's about finding the right balance. With the current form of Havertz, Arteta needs to be careful. The potential is always going to be there, but trying to force him too much may cost Arsenal points at the early stage of the season. We will now see Arteta's ability to manage players. Is he able to transform Havertz, just like his own Martin Odegaard? Moving on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with our record signing Declan Rice, who has been speaking. When asked on why he chose Arsenal, he says, Mikel, from the moment I met him, I knew that he was the one. I wanted to take care of the next part. I wanted to take care of the next part of my career. The way he spoke, his aura, I feel really at home. I always had a gut feeling that Arsenal would be the club. This guy has set a standard straight away, constantly getting over 7 ratings. Rice is all about consistency. There's a reason why Arteta sees him as a centerpiece. He wants a player that is reliable, trying to find his own version of Man City's Rodri. The goal against Man United was the prime example of Rice being at home straight away. And as Arsenal confirmed, their player of the month for August is Declan Rice. The most impressive thing for me is how he's dealt with the pressure. £105 million. The fact that no one's talking about it, it's a sign of the level of his performances. Now we need to talk about a former Arsenal player. USA international Matt Turner has been speaking. As he says, credit to Aaron Ramsdale. He brought it every single day. When he had opportunities, when the doors were cracked open, he always slammed it back shut. Towards the end of the season, I felt there were games I could have been playing that I wasn't getting a sniff of. I was training really well, I felt everything in my power to get myself minutes on the team. I knew that if I waited another year, it would have probably been more challenging for me to make a lateral move within the Premier League. An example of the ambition of the player, but for Ramsdale he has a new challenge. The arrival of David Raya is going to apply a different level of pressure. Ramsdale has more eyes on him than ever before. He needs to perfect his game, because it's only a matter of time before Raya gets his opportunity. And then we're going to see one almighty battle. 2 competitive personalities pushing each other to a new level. For Ramsdale, Saka, Rice and Nketiah, they will hope to be involved for England as they take on Scotland. You've also got Tomiyasu's Japan as they take on Turkey. Gabriel Magalhaes will be starting for Brazil as they play a World Cup qualifier against Peru. And Kai Havertz will hope to score as Germany take on France in a friendly. The return of the Premier League is getting closer and closer. And for Arsenal, it's not going to be easy. Everton away on Sunday, followed by Spurs at home, Bournemouth away, City at home and Chelsea away. The Everton game is going to be fascinating. A place where Arsenal have not won since 2017, when Mesut Ozil scored in a 5-2 victory. Everton are not in the best of form. 0 league wins this season and 18th in the Premier League. Mikel Arteta will have a lot of dilemmas. Fabio Vieira or Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus or Eddie Nketiah, with the informed Tomiyasu and Gabriel Magalhaes. Look at the quality of players that Arsenal are talking about. But looking at these next 5 league games, a total of 15 points available, how many do you think Arsenal are going to get? That is the video there and there though, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to smash a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to follow your boy on all of his social medias, then the links are down below in the description. But that was all of today's latest Arsenal news, and the return of the Premier League is getting closer. If anything else happens, your boy will be here to talk about it. So stay tuned as always, and I will see you next time. Take care, in a bit.